Hi, joyous lovelies. Today we are going to do your person's feelings. And usually when we jump into these videos, we get right into the story. First, I would like to greet my 18th birthdays, Danielle. Danielle, and she spells it like that. Bunny Boo, also known as Crystal. Happy birthday, Crystal. I love you and I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Where are you? Happy birthday. Rachel Scott. Happy birthday, Miss Rachel Scott. Opal Opulence, I've known you for quite some time. Happy birthday. I have Libra 35. Maybe you turned 35 or 36 today. And NPNJ. I also want to greet JF. Your birthday is also on my calendar, JF. Okay, I think that was it for my October 18th. Please, today below, I put a place for green hearts. You guys know that I do that. If you had not placed a shout out and you just changed your mind, you wanted to include it today, we will be putting them for today. Okay, I got channeled a couple of musics also for the day. I wanted to tell you my song channels. I kept getting Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. Birds of a feather, we just stick together, I know. And I kept hearing that as I drove. I turned actually a major light, there's a major street here where I live. It's like a main street. And I was making like a hard left. And I remember when I was driving, I kind of swerved the corner and it was right where Billie Eilish hits that high note. And it was just so poignant. So there could be somebody that is like your birds of a feather. They flock like you. They fly like you. They do something that's very similar. Both of you are possibly bonding through that. Okay, so let's try to go with that energy. Libras, this is your first one out of the day. A tower? What the hee-haw? We have a tower. With the hee-haw with Scorpio. Okay, your new person could be a Scorpio, or there's a water sign in the past. It could actually be a Scorpio with the tower there. Wow, it's even there on the when I halved it with the Three of Pentacles. Okay, it seems here like someone is falling away from you and there's another person who's entering, or they're already in your life. Three of Pentacles is the header. Okay, Libras, please. Libra birthdays too, the 18th. Ten of Swords, Three of Wands. There's an adventure though, after all of this hurt and pain. I don't know, Ten of Swords, where you come from, but you could be definitely signifying an end of a chapter. Those could be people in your life as well that underestimated you, looked at the underdog, didn't realize what the underdog was made of. Ace of Swords. The truth is going to be coming directly toward you. For some of you, the Ace of Swords is a bigger thing. With this story today, I think you have a truthful love partner, because this is our mini love reading for today, even though we're using big ass cards. And the Ace of Swords says that there is a breakthrough. Okay, very good. Because the Ace of Swords is three things. It's an understanding between two equal minds when they are neutral. Ace of Swords is also the truth. It's clarity and a breakthrough. Okay, show me the story that's involved here for Libra. Libra, please, Libra. Libra, please, Libra. And I also was playing a lot of Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae. There's a song that they have called What I Want. So look it up too. The lyrics could be in your Akashic story. Five of Cups. It's very kicking. It's very much still the card, you guys. If you watched this morning, this morning's reading was a recap. Five of Cups is still pretty big here, and you got big time Scorpio energy, big time Scorpio cards. Now, I want to say it here in case you guys forgot. The next season is Scorpio. It begins in the next 5 days, right? You guys all know that. So what happens is the Scorpio cards start showing up in Libra season. It's always like that. If the next season is Leo, Leo's cards are still going to be at the very end of the previous season, right? Usually it's the summer. So that's an example of what's going on in the fall. You start seeing the Scorpio cards before their first day hits on the 23rd of October. So a lot of sorrow here. Is that the Two of Pentacles? Yeah. Okay. You could have a decision between two people, Libra, one of which like maybe you really like one and the other one is the final score. They only have a couple days left with you type of thing. And it feels like they only have one shot. The past person, King of Pentacles, that's coming directly toward you. investments, a guy who knows how to invest for my females. For my males, you could be meeting more of an opulent woman that can manage her finances, or she's like a King of Pentacles energy in life. She's got big energy to her. Okay, and King of Pentacles is Taurus. Some of you could be speaking to Tauruses or earth signs, earth. The story today is justice. Definitely, what this shows me is that a lot of you have ended something with somebody, and the truth is out. The truth is out. A lot of you also could have concluded a romance. Again, I feel like a heavy past person who has just a couple days to get it together. They got to say their last and final thoughts because you're moving towards a King of Pentacles. The reason why he's so investment-y too in this card is that what you learn when you deal with a King of Pentacles is they offer loyalty. This Libra is like in touch with a King of Pentacles too. Like I pick up that many of you talk to them, they're interested in you. You could be spending time with this King of Pentacles also. Show me bridging energy. Attraction. They like you a lot. If you see, she's very attractive in the green dress, and Libra's kind of giving off this mysterious vibe with the Ace of Wands. They notice that you like baby something on your own. I'm trying to feel it because I'm getting the story a specific way. It's being shown to me like a story, like as if I was reading it out of a children's book. With no offense to you, by the way. It's just a very much like a movie on my table. I don't know if they view you like a movie, like you have the romance, the step of a song. This person sees that you're mysterious and they have to figure it out. If you look at this flower behind me, it's almost like it all weaves into one, like it's going into the picture. And do you guys see that? And they view that you're mysterious. You're something to unwhittle, like a flower that needs to be unbridled. Okay? Unwhittle. I think I made that up right now. Why do they like Libra so much? Let's ask some questions in the mini love. Six of Pentacles. Naturally, you have a heart that's giving. It's also kindness. We talked about it in our first video today. The Six of Pentacles is coming out pretty strong on all channels across the board today. Anyone who's like tarot working right now, whoever's like really giving readings at this hour, they're pulling the Six of Pentacles, pulling King of Pentacles. They're pulling the Five of Cups. And they see that you've been through a rough patch in the past. Only someone was left to tell you the truth. They view that you've had it hard. You're still going through the last hurdles perhaps today. So the bigger message is that Libra is surviving and you're thriving. Surviving and thriving. And you're also pretty mysterious to this person. It kind of has this connotation of like clouds around it. They have to kind of peel those clouds back to see the real you. Okay, and she has wisps of that in the oil painting. If you look really behind her there's something that they're trying to get a clearer picture of. Okay, and maybe it's your essence. It's possibly a couple of those things. Your intellect, your intelligence, the essence around you. Why does Libra have a good aura? I don't know if some of you wore polka dots today for my females, or if my males, you have a print like that, like maybe a green team that you follow, or there's a jersey that's green that you wear. They view that you're very giving. You're unafraid to give to others, even if you're the one that's in a time of need. Okay, what else do they like about Libra? Eight of Swords. And as you see, it's like the caged bird, like Nina Simone's song. A caged bird sings. Eight of Swords is, they like that factor of you. So they kind of like that you are purposefully in isolation. For my fellow hermits on the channel, they enjoy that you're not really out there, okay, and maybe you're not accessible. Is it okay for me to say that? Because it seems here that they don't like that you're accessible, and it's kind of hard to touch onto your energy with that. And if you look, there's angel wings too, protecting this person even in the cage. So they might view you as a protected one, okay? Not to make you sound too angelic, because we all have imperfections as people, all of us do. But in that picture, they like that you isolate yourself in a way. Let's ask more questions. We have the King of Cups reprising his role. King of Cups connecting to you is like, I shouldn't have said certain things. I should be more careful how I place with this giving, Libra. And also, if you're a guy and you're the Ace of Wands, you're also very attractive to this other lady today in our mini love reading. She's looking at things that you have. Maybe it's your soft spot. Also, your giving nature. Okay. Bridging energy for the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups. How does that correlate? How does that correlate, please? You have 2. 8 of Cups, the 4 of Wands. I'll check my bottom of the deck. And I really, really love this one. I want to get a second meaningful moments. I want actually a second deck to draw from. Page of Swords. Page of Swords, ladies and gentlemen. And with this card, we love to say spy. We like to say things like someone is observing us naturally in our natural habitato. But the Page of Swords says, even for my birthday, Libras, I think somebody looked you up recently. I think someone like maybe placed your name in a search engine and started to look for you. Knight of Cups. He was in the bonus this morning too. Knight of Cups. But if you see, it's a female in this tarot deck. Pisces, right? All the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but heavily Pisces for me as a reader. And it's romantic. Like there's something very, very nice about you. It's almost like plush with Libra's skin and Libra's outlook. Okay, let's go back to the bridging energy for the King of Cups. So put this down because I'll just keep reading it. The King of Cups connects to you via 2 cards. This is their bridging energy, which means this is how the breakthrough is going to come for most of us. About 50% of the reading, it will come true in a matter-of-fact way through the cards. And I'll explain that at a later date. I'm going to have a tarot class next week explaining how some cards will push through in the 3D in certain ways, okay? Due to the highest energy you see on the table. If a reader doesn't use a table when they read, it's because they're yelling out the cards. So it's good to keep it up here, okay? When like Steve says something on his channel or MJ or whoever you like to watch. I even like this new reader named Clarity with J. I watch her like almost like as an addiction, like she's a secret addiction of mine. And her name is Clarity with J Tarot on YouTube. So they are walking away. Again, I don't want to say that this is your avoidant or this is someone who is detached from you. But they realize by walking away, what are they going to forego? You ask me. A relationship. That's what they're going to have to surrender to. They're going to have to watch Libra in a new balanced relationship with somebody else. So let's just point our attention here if you're resonating. The 4 of Wands is on its way to you because you don't talk a lot about love. You tend to move in silence if you're resonating. That's why you have a ton of Page of Swords the last few days. You got a lot of people that are concerned sometimes about what you're doing, but they're also, you know, technically looking you up. If you have an open platform, somebody's watching your content. If some of you are readers online, or if some of you post your stuff, that's someone who has access to you, right? Because they're able to view it rather weekly, rather daily with the Page of Swords, and that is a Libra. But you got water signs, Libra here. Again, your cards and more fire signs, and that's just some of them. They're Sag, Leo, Aries, Pisces. Okay, so you basically everyone's here. You can't deduct anyone from the story today. If they're spying, what are they closely finding in today's October 18th and 19th schedule? What are they finding out? That might even be surprising. Libra communicates very well. Someone's impressed by your speech, the way you talk, your spoken word, your written word, because they're impressed by the 8 of Wands with all of these umbrellas. Yeah, maybe somebody thought you were like quiet or something, or a hermit, or that you're a quiet one, and actually you communicate very well your ideas and whom you are. You communicate in a way where it's sufficient for many people to understand you. Many demographics, many different people love your style of speech. Okay, so Eight of Wands is what they're finding out. Anything else? They're charmed by your King of Swords, the one with the robe. Okay, you're direct in your approach. You got a lot of greens and blues here in how people feel for you. Color therapy, color notations. Three of Pentacles. Libra is a group effort person. They can collaborate well with others, ask people to work with them, collaborate on group projects, or maybe even like tech and art. Like you're very involved. You can bring groups together. You could be the bridging person even, or the creative director, some of you. Okay. Those are really nice cards, you guys, to be, if they're Page of Swordsing, like this card here, they're really understanding that you have good communication tools, skills, building materials to work with other people. A lot of other people want to work with you. So this could be a very spicy Libran that's here. Lots of communication, maybe lots of friends, also networking, avenues to discuss your creative ideas. And don't take that away from yourself. You have to accept those things, because if they're true and they check out in the 3D, why are you omitting that it's not, accept the compliment, basically, is what I'm saying here, Libras, okay? Remember that, because I think certain people really do like the dynamic of how you aesthetically portray yourself, okay? Nine of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay, I don't know why I heard like rain on your parade. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Sometimes when I pull cards, I'll hear a phrase that I'm supposed to say, and that might happen to some of you too. This person wants to reunite with you. They could be water. That's Cancer and Mercury. Nine of Cups is Scorpio, but it's water as well. What's the Three of Cups about? Is that because of Libra's whole entire birthday month here? Or why is there a reunion and then a message with the Eight of Wands? Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. Three of Cups, Eight of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Very small offer. If you notice, my eye today went to the rose that she's holding, or the flower. Yeah, I think it's a carnation. My eye went there. Okay, and so not that reading is always the art form. Sometimes it's just the symbolism in cards. That is like a new sprouting of hope. Okay, so someone will offer something small. Maybe it's the Three of Cups to meet with you face to face and to see you. Okay, clarification for the Three of Cups. And then like, who is that too? Could I get the flavor for that? Three of Cups. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. I'll show you Six of Cups. Maybe it's a past person who is like a earthy girl, okay? They could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If it's not that and you're not resonating yet, the Six of Cups could just be your answer with somebody from the past. They think that you're nurturing, and a lot of you, it's because like you really know how to do self-love. Like you've mastered that in a way. So I think this is the person definitely who wants to reunite with you. Okay? Queen of Cups. And you're sweet too. You're sweet like candy. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy this reading.